Everybody would be happy with what occurred for the second half of the weekend, and yesterday was really great too. It's just been a beautiful stretch. Now, it has been hot, and today really topped the bar. We reached 91 degrees officially at Logan Airport, now back down to 86, and that's still one of the warmer locations across our region. Down towards the south coast, you're not far off into the low and mid 80s. There are a few outliers hitting 70 degrees in Worcester and out towards P-Town, and Martha's Vineyard, Nantucket right about there too. Thankfully, not going to reach that record-breaking number of 100 degrees that was set back in 1995. And today was certainly warm, but we will stay right on this streak for the majority of the upcoming work week. And obviously, you see a lot of red, well above average for the month as a whole. Just 2 days that were actually cooler than the seasonal average, but we will stay in that trend for the days to come. Today, officially the third 90-degree day, and we're still nowhere near that 23 that occurred in 2018, but I do want to put it into context on what that number actually means. That was really the summer and the year as a whole, but there were only 7 days in July that actually reached 90 degrees, and this time last year, in the upcoming week, we only hit 91 on one of the days, where everywhere else, it was almost into the mid and upper 70s each afternoon. 83 was, again, a little bit of an outlier on the 18th, but going to just shred that to pieces this time around. We are back into the upper 80s come tomorrow, 90 degrees expected on Tuesday, warmer still for the middle of the week, and then we'll take another hiccup on Thursday as we introduce our next chance for rain. And we are not the only ones feeling the heat. Is really across the board. It was mainly in the 90s on this map just a few hours ago, and even still a few triple digits from Texas out towards Arizona. Now that the sun is starting to set, obviously the eastern half of the United States is cooling off, but you see the one outlier of the 70s down towards the Gulf states. That is due to Barry, which is now down to a tropical depression, and it will eventually become what's known as a remnant low, which really just means it's the remnants of the storm. But this is a widespread system at this point, making its way all the way up the spine of the Mississippi, and most of the moisture on the eastern side of where the system is actually located, now just overhead towards Shreveport, Louisiana, which is the extreme northwestern portions of that state. But even still, some heavy rain bands farther offshore. This tracks slightly up to the north and east, and as it does so, it loses a lot of its steam, all of its tropical characteristics, and not anticipating a whole lot of wind from here on out. But do we feel any of the effects of that? Well, eventually, it's going to push all of that tropical moisture towards us. Thus, we feel the humidity first on Wednesday. The rain seems to hold off until we go into the evening hours. But this wave of energy is going to pass just off to our south, and as it does so, drive in some of those showers and thunderstorms for Thursday. That's why you see the temperatures take a slight hit. But that is then, this is now. We are looking at more sunshine for the beginning of the week. Really low humidity, too, for Monday. We can include Tuesday in that track as well. So if you're heading out to the Sox game, the next 2 nights are absolutely fantastic. Nearly picture perfect, but we do have to keep an eye on what Wednesday has to offer. Your first pitch at 7:10, still a chance of some hit or miss showers once we go past that. I'm thinking more it's in the late evening, closing in on midnight, and we continue with those on and off conditions for most of Thursday. That's at 85 degrees. Once we pass that, the chance of looking at the first heat wave we've had this summer.
The dog days.
The dog days of summer are here. I mean, we can expect it in July, early August,
that
right?
time.